My name is Adam Scime, and I'm a composer and performer living in Toronto. I'm delighted that my new piece, titled A Dream of Refuge, written for the Toronto Symphony, will be premiered this June alongside other works by two amazing Canadian composers, Roy Densey and Becca Sims, and of course alongside Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. And while I was writing my new work for the TSO, we were in the early stages of the pandemic lockdown. This was the first piece I had to write while in isolation. At the time, I was living alone, and the effects of social distancing started to become quite difficult psychological terrain for me personally. And I couldn't help but attempt to reconcile this feeling through the music I was writing at the time. So I started to think about how we humans are wonderfully adaptive for our power of endurance, but also perhaps for our capacity for detachment. So in order to actually begin making music, I started to think about, in our deepest moments of isolation, what a concept of refuge is and what it means for me to be in a place of refuge at that time. And so this roller coaster of feeling both secure and threatened throughout the early pandemic is the main poetic intention that drives the musical material in my piece. And one way I chose to represent this uneasy concept of threatened refuge is through a number of ephemeral echo motifs in the strings that are only 2 or 3 notes repeated over and over. These motifs emerge and disappear from the overall orchestral texture, much like glimmers of hope providing an anchor or refuge for the piece, but these ephemeral motifs also undergo continuous alteration, and so does our understanding of refuge undergo constant redefinition as the piece unfolds. So that's something to listen for, and I hope to see you at one of the 4 performances this June at Roy Thomson Hall.